Barrick says it has reached a deal with the government of Mali in West Africa, where Barrick has an important mining complex. This is over distribution of revenue from Barrick's operations there, taxation, royalties, and so on. There was a standoff. The government had actually officially seized some of Barrick's gold, stopping it from shipping the product out of the country. It also detained 4 Barrick employees. They are supposed to be released if they haven't been already. Let's talk about what this means for Barrick stock. We're joined by Lawson Winder, metals and mining analyst at Bank of America. It's great to see you.
Nice to see you, Andy. Thanks for having me.
So it's interesting, just looking at your research, it's not a huge part of the net asset value, Mali, but it's a very important source of cash flow in the near term.
That's exactly right. So it's about 6% of our net asset value, about 12% of our run rate gold production, but just under 20% of our run rate free cash flow for the coming years. So it's an important source of cash for the company.
Right, and for expansion and investment or whatever they need to do.
They're investing in their copper business quite significantly right today, so.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
where are they increasing copper production?
They're building a mine in Pakistan.
Oh, of course.
Huge copper gold mine.
Yeah.
Yep. And they're expanding their project in Lumwana, which is in Zambia.
Does it look, and I know it's very hard to say, but does it look like they have resolved this problem in Mali at this stage?
Well, there's not been a confirmation from the company, but reports from Reuters are positive that they have reached an agreement. And so the agreement is a cash settlement of $440 million. It's not clear if that includes the prior $84 million that they had paid the government in October as a show of goodwill to continue the negotiations.
Yeah.
But the 440 works out to about 23 cents per share. Question is, I mean, does that make sense? Yeah, I mean, we think it makes sense. It's an important mine for the company, as I noted.
Oh, sorry, so I got that wrong. As far as there has not been official confirmation from the company at this stage.
That's correct.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that. I knew the Mali government still had to approve it, okay.
Yeah.
The stock has been an underperformer. You in late January cut it to a neutral. Why are you cautious on Barrick right now?
Look, great question. So we fundamentally think it's a well set up company. So look, they have a fantastic portfolio of assets, long life, low cost, really substantial potential exploration upside. And you have a management team that, over the decades have proven that they can deliver value. Why cautious now, particularly when we are quite bullish as a firm on the gold price? There's a few things. So, I mean, one is their Pueblo Viejo mine. That's their big project in Dominican Republic. There have been some issues ramping that up. There's a number of fixes that they're now going through as a result of, I think, a hastily run construction process during the pandemic. So a difficult time to build an asset. So we do see some continued risk around that, but ultimately a fantastic asset. There is the recent track record on guidance. So in the past 6 years, they've missed guidance on production 3 times, and they've met 3 times. So kind of a 50-50 hit rate. We certainly think they can do better than that. It's just hard to get excited about the upside when you're uncertain about the current production outlet. And then they're also going through a period of investment right now. So they're investing quite a bit into a number of their assets. So I mentioned the copper assets, but their Nevada gold mines assets are also being invested into to a significant degree right now. The good news is there's an outlook for that to improve. And so the company pointed at their investor day in November to $150 to up to $200 decline in all-in sustaining costs over the next 18 months. So our cautiousness is shorter term in nature.
Okay. What about Newmont? What is your rating on Newmont?
We're buy rated on Newmont.
Okay, because it has lagged, the stock has lagged, but you see potential there.
Yeah, absolutely. Similar to Barrick, we see a company with a very, very strong portfolio, similarly lower costs, although the recent guidance suggested that the cost base has moved higher. So Barrick would get the edge on that one. We see a company, though, that's positioned to harvest their free cash flow today, and so their ability to return capital to shareholders, we think, is quite impressive versus many of their peers.